because you missed this. Meek Mills. Well, he said a Philly rapper. You understand? And it was redacted in the paperwork to that because first of all, it had Meek Mills, it had Stevie J, they had redacted their names, and they had Usher, and they redacted their names and just said a performer of the Super Bowl and a Philly rapper. Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too...
Get ready for some piping hot tea, because Meek Mill just dropped a bombshell on Diddy by revealing his secret hideouts. Can you believe it? I was stunned when I heard that Meek spilled the details on Diddy's hidden secrets. This is massive. Diddy is a major player in the industry, and now everyone knows his business. You know this will stir up some serious drama in the celebrity scene. I can only imagine how Diddy is feeling right now, trying to figure out how to deal with this chaos. He better keep his guard up after pulling a stunt like this. Get ready, because we're about to dive deep into this scandal and uncover even more juicy details. Trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and things are about to get even more interesting.
When the Lil Rod lawsuit came out, and there's the gay allegations about Meek Mill as well as Usher, but Meek Mill was the one that got real upset. He said, "I'm not gay." Like he's everyone stop asking me if I'm gay. I'm not gay. And then you went in, and then he essentially threatened to kill you.
So essentially, what happened is we've been, I do long live streams. I'm streaming for like 5-6 hours. Like,
Right.
When these things are happening, we're not just giving quick takes. Like I'm going, like even today, I bought the Christian Combs document, like the entire lawsuit. We're reading it word for word. We want to see what's because a lot of times on these sites, I've always said, like, I kind of pride myself on trying to go the extra mile. A lot of people just go to, like, say, I don't know, Rolling Stones or Variety, and they see a summary of what's in the lawsuit, and they regurgitate it and even make it even smaller, and they put that out.
Yeah.
Well, I got time, and people want deep dives, no Diddy. And we got a lawsuit. So the Lil Rod lawsuit we got.
Yeah, I read through the whole thing.
And it didn't mention Meek by name, but there was a
Said
footnote.
a Philly rapper who used to
redacted
date
the name.
Nicki Minaj.
It was like a Jeopardy question.
Duh, who is that? There could only be one person on the planet. Unless there's a Philly rapper that also dated Nicki that no one knows about, it's obviously Meek Mill.
So essentially, I reacted to, like, I literally found out on stream, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, no way Meek Mill was in these freak-offs. Like, I know we've seen the video in the pool and the matching outfits, but no, Meek is like the toughest, biggest gangster. Like, he's like a killer. Like, no way he's like getting, bent over by Diddy, the diddler. So I reacted like, I'm not even believing it. That reaction went viral. And the next day, Meek, as I said, he's a special type of stupid, as 50 would say. He's seen me reacting to it and thought, I made it up. So he's like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do to academics when I catch him? Now, previously, me and Meek had a truce.
But I remember, because I remember the last couple of times I brought his name, and you're like, hey, listen, me and Meek are cool right now. I don't want to take these shots at him.
We had a truce, but Meek and him being so dense and being so dumb, he actually thought that I made up the lawsuit. And by the way, even after he started threatening me, and I said, I didn't make it up. I said, just clear up whatever it is, but I didn't make it up. You know what he said? This is clearly AI generated. I'm like, yo, Meek, Meek is so dumb he couldn't even spell AI. Like, how the hell you know this is AI generated? Bro, this is an actual lawsuit. I'm showing him, like, look, it's filed in federal court.
Right.
Nah, this
Here's
is lies.
the PDF file.
Exactly. So
The PDF's AI.
yeah, so he basically starts, he says, you know what, man? He's like, yo, he starts going like off the deep end. He hasn't even cleared up the rumors yet. Like, rather than saying, hey, this is lies, I'm gonna have my attorney, deal with any salacious lies spreading about me like a normal entertainer would.
Now let's dive into the mysterious tunnels Meek exposed. For years, whispers have circulated about Diddy's secret hideouts, but nobody knew their locations or purposes. Until now. Rumor has it that Diddy has an entire network of underground passages connecting his properties in New York and Miami. Some say he uses them to evade the paparazzi, while others speculate he might be conducting shady business in those tunnels, like secret meetings with influential figures or hiding his stash of cash.
or I've never been in any sexual situation with Diddy. He says, I'm gonna kill you academics, and what I'm gonna do is, he says, first things first, he says, someone send me academics address.
Right. He said, I'll die to shut you down.
Yeah, then he says, I'm going to die to do it. Then it
Which
was so
which is crazy. Which is a crazy thing to say. Meek
he's
cut it out. You're not gonna die to shut down academics.
Meek,
You're a multimillionaire with a great career and kids. Cut it out.
Yeah,
Grow up.
Meek literally then tweeted out a couple tweets after. He said, well, the governor just called me. And I was just like, this makes like, wait, you're planning a murder online. And the governor calls you to talk you out of it? Like, also, the reason why him and the governor are in cahoots is primarily because he's the guy that that they kind of taunt around for prison reform.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm down to die over it.
Yeah.
The funny thing, I always tell people, I would say this is a gangster rapper paradox when they're threatening a civilian. They say this. Yo, I'm gonna kill you, this and third. And if you actually say, all right, I'm not scared of you still, because you usually back out once they say they're gonna kill you, because they're a gangster rapper. They rap about spinning blocks, Glocks, and switches. They're the killers of the earth, okay? When you tell me you're not scared of them, they flip it on you. Man, you just trying to trick me out of my position. You trying to send me to jail.
Right. He said, I'm going to treat you exactly to the effects of you influencing. I'm gay and I have 3 sons. I'm getting you Addy now. I'm coming.
Then he told me he was going to record a video and pee on my steps. And I was like,
right.
I imagine Meek just like sneaking up and like, first I'm like, yo, that's a sexual crime already. And Diddy is already into some shit that you're alleged with. Don't pull out your penis on my property. That's a problem. That's a sexual crime. You can't just whip out your dick anywhere, Vlad. You gotta tell these people. Okay. That's a crime.
Yes.
So he threatened to come. Don't come with the same dick that you and Diddy been doing whatever with and come pee on my property. Afterwards, he said the governor basically told him that he should stop beefing with me. And then he went into this whole tirade of how he's going to, I'm going to donate some, like, so I told him, I said, listen, I said, what's not cool is a rapper like you who's pushing 40. There's nothing wrong with aging, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But still acting like, you're, one night he says, because the people in Philly have been saying, you don't even live here. Like, why do you keep acting like you're still in the trenches, like, and you're living a bad life? You live in a really good life. He lives like in one of the most expensive high rises in New York City, right?
I don't know.
Like, he just showed off like about like 10 expensive cars that sit in that car face down in South Jersey, right? This guy's living really good.
Yeah.
Except he's saying that he's down to spin, because people from his own hometown said, you're not here like that. You're not actually in the hood. You're rich. He shows up at 3 a.m. in like a Maybach, driving around saying he's looking for his ops. How confusing.
But the real question is, how long has this been happening? Has Diddy been sneaking around beneath our feet like some kind of celebrity mole? What else could he be hiding down there? To me, these tunnels are just another way for Diddy to showcase his power and influence. He's always been a master of operating in the shadows, but now, thanks to Meek, his secrets are out in the open. Can you imagine having your own private underground world? For someone like Diddy, it's the ultimate luxury, especially when he has a reputation to protect. But it's also a significant risk, especially now that the feds could be onto him. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time we've heard about celebrity tunnels. Remember when people claimed Jay-Z had a secret passage connecting his apartment to his office? Or when folks swore Beyoncé had an underground bunker beneath her mansion.
All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me, one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was gonna ask you that.
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
You will tell it.
no, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
But I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my...
Speaking of Meek, what drove him to snitch on Diddy like that? It's the burning question on everyone's mind right now. There has to be more to this story than meets the eye, because Meek and Diddy aren't exactly strangers. You know what I mean. So what pushed Meek to spill the beans?
That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case. It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy.
These two have a history, and it hasn't always been smooth sailing. Word on the street is that there's been some tension brewing between them for a while now. Maybe Meek felt wronged by Diddy, and this was his way of getting back at him. Or perhaps it runs deeper than that. Maybe Meek knows something we don't, something that pushed him to his breaking point. It could be that he stumbled upon some seriously shady activity happening in those tunnels and just couldn't keep quiet any longer.
You ever heard of Gene Deal?
Yep, interviewed him.
Okay, so like Gene, like 14 years older than me, 15 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was a probation officer. So he operated a little bit different. I was in the street full time, bro. You feel me? Like, I was outside in the field. So like, you know, you would hear Gene say when they got a threat on their life, Diddy told him, I'm not trying to hear that shit, Gene. Because it's your job to be gangster. It's your job to get wild with people. That's what you're getting paid for. So when you see people like that coming out, it's because they know for a fact, like, it's things that's going on they don't agree with, but they not man enough to say, you know what, I'm not standing for this. So a lot of love me because if I see some guys doing something crazy to a female, hold on, boy, not in front of me. So that'll lead me to get like, oh, we ain't gonna hire him no more because he's not gonna allow this. So that's how like I ended up, like whenever Imana called me, I'm immediately coming because like he not on this strange shit y'all on. You know what I'm saying? That's why like if I don't want to say his name, I was signing the contract with him. Let me be careful here. Let me be careful here, man. Let me be careful, cause that stuff about Diddy real, bro.
What do you think about the Meek Mill accusations?
Okay. Now you know I used to bodyguard Rocky Fresh, who was signed to Rose.
Yep.
All right. Now, Meek said he wouldn't do a song with Rocky because Rocky wasn't street. Right. So, little things that take place and people will expect certain things out of him. But now with some of this stuff's coming out, if you look at his body of work, it's been strange things in his history. So then, you know, you go on his Twitter page, you click on his likes, bro. You see things that he's liking. That's questionable. Would you come up in here with a matching shirt with me?
Hell no.
Hell no. Ace, would you pop out with a matching shirt with me, bro? Styles, put that on something. You gonna pop out with? No, boy, it's not going like that, bro. Would you let me call you daddy?
Hell no.
No, bro. I've been saying this for years. I say, man, these boys strange, bro. The things they into is strange. I've seen so much. I've seen a lot, bro. So like with him, look how he responded to the situation. Not one time did he come out and say these things are a lie. Did you see that?
Yep.
He didn't say that.
He didn't deny it.
No, he didn't deny nothing. Because if he deny it, what's finna come out? Footage.
You think Diddy has footage on Meek?
For sure. He got cameras through his whole crib. Every millionaire, billionaire I've been around, bro, they got, so I know what's going on. So if I go into the bathroom, I'm gonna cut the lights off, cut the flash on my phone, and look at the mirrors. If it's got that little hollow circle at the bottom, there's cameras in there. It's all they're gonna be all through the crib. That's why most times I'm gonna chill in the car. Call me, text me if it's getting dangerous. I'm coming in demonstrating. Point blank, period. This the facts, bro. I've been saying it for years, bro. For years. That's why I stopped just going by myself. Cause I be having my own money. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't just tell me anything. So I'm like, okay, me and phone, I'm pulling up here. That's all. I'm not gonna pay for all your friends. The guys got cheese. We go to the club, we're gonna buy our own bottles. We gonna stand right here and make sure don't nothing happen. But when it comes to that camera stuff, people not denying it because they know they was there.
But here's the thing. Snitching is a serious offense in the hip-hop world. It's the ultimate betrayal. For Meek to go against the code, especially with someone as powerful as Diddy, takes guts. So what's Meek's angle here? Is he trying to take Diddy down, or is he just trying to save himself?
Let's talk about Diddy for a second. So, from what I understand, whenever you perform the Wipe Me Down remix, when it's time for the Just Left New York City Hooked Up with P. Diddy, that is no longer wrapped in your performances.
Nah, I skipped that.
You skipped that part. Because hooking up with P. Diddy has taken on a whole different meaning these days. Most recently, a man has filed a lawsuit against P. Diddy, claiming all types of insane shit. And what's crazy now is that Meek Mill and Usher are now somehow involved in this lawsuit, allegedly over the freak offs or whatever else. Now I can tell you, Meek Mill got a hold out a little bit because of the photo that he took with Diddy. Do you know the photo that I'm talking about?
When they dressed alike?
Yeah.
I know it, Vlad. I don't want to see it, Vlad. I don't want to fucking see it. I fuck with Meek. I don't want to see it.
I don't really know why Meek would put that on, man. I mean, unless they just came. No, you can't even say they came and were just by chance. It's not like, oh, okay, we're both wearing the new Louis shit. Okay, this could happen. No, that's an outfit that they decided to wear together.
You ain't shit, Vlad.
I know I ain't shit. Did I ever tell you my Puffy story? I actually tell this on Drink Champs.
No, Meek is not fucking Puff. No, it's a no, nigga. I'm going against it. I don't give a fuck.
Let me tell you my Puffy story real quick. So this was years. This was before Vlad TV. This was maybe around 2006, and I was rocking with this company called Stalin Dean, and they had these really dope throwback jackets, like Negro League teams.
Don't tell me he came at you, bro. But what, bro?
Just hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Oh my God.
All right. So
you finna go viral.
What happened was, I got this jacket for a team. It was a Negro League team called the Brown Bombers. Right? It was brown and it had like this kind of like football player dude on the back, and it had like the matching beanie. It was fly, right? Now I think I was like the only one that really had it at the time, because I was working directly with the company. So I go out to a club and I'm wearing the shit, right? So this dude walks up to me and goes, "Hey man, I work with Diddy." Okay, cool. Yeah, man, he really likes the jacket that you're wearing. He's wondering if you would sell it to him. And I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Let's be real. Diddy isn't the type to let this slide. He's got connections, influence, and plenty of money to make problems disappear. If Meek crossed him, there will definitely be consequences. But on the flip side, Meek has always spoken his mind, even if it ruffles feathers. He's never shied away from calling out the big names, and maybe this is just another example of him keeping it 100.
My goddamn jacket to sell to Puffy. Like, what? What type of weird ass request is that? I said, I'm good, man. No, thank you.
I don't get it, man.
He tried to buy my jacket off me.
What you saying? So he can see your body? That what you saying?
No. Look, he liked the jacket. So you just want to buy.
So what's freaky about that? Because you going there.
There's nothing freaky about it. It's just weird. It's just weird. Have you ever seen a man out in public and buy his clothes off of him? Have you ever seen some dude wearing a nice jacket and say, hey man, let me buy that off? I'm just saying, Puffy a different kind of motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. To have the gall to do some shit like that.
It's getting bad, bro.
Yeah.
I would have been filed for bankruptcy.
No, I think he saw his money.
I would, bro. Puffy paid up too quick, man. He paid that bitch in 35 minutes. He paid up too quick.
Yeah. Well, you know, Columbus Short, the actor, he actually did an interview recently.
He paid up too quick, bro. That's the whole thing, bro. I would have cashed it.
Yeah, I would have made her wait.
But you rate me. We smoked crack together. I would have turned into a crackhead. We did LSD together. The bitch raped me. I woke up, something was in my fucking ear.
Yeah.
I say she had a motherfucking. Man, I would have flipped it on that bitch. Oh no. I would have say the bitch had a voodoo lady over me. Oh, I would have flipped it. I would have caught the stand. Hey, Your Honor, she lying on me. Yeah. We crackhead.
Together.
Man, ain't no way I would have paid the bitch in 35 minutes, man.
Well, he didn't pay her that much.
What he paid her? It doesn't matter, man.
I heard.
Paid too quick.
I heard the amount is. I heard from someone. I'm not going to say who, but I heard from someone, and they told me what the amount was, and it's not as much as people think it is.
He paid too quick.
But he did pay very quickly.
He paid too quick. Now they got ghosts coming from motherfucking.
Oh yeah, it's bad,
bro.
It's bad.
Or could Meek be working with the feds, trading info for some kind of deal? It wouldn't be the first time a rapper has snitched to save themselves. If that's the case, Meek is playing a dangerous game, because once you're labeled a snitch, there's no coming back from that. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain. This situation is about to get messy fast. Diddy is likely already plotting his revenge, and the rest of the industry is watching closely to see how it all unfolds.
And see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow. Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you gotta be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not gonna have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good.
The fallout from this is going to be wild. Celebrities will be taking sides, fans will be in an uproar, and the media will have a field day with this scandal. But what's going to happen to Diddy and Meek when the dust settles? Meek's bombshell about Diddy's tunnels has created an explosive reaction. The streets are buzzing, and everyone has something to say. Some celebrities are defending Diddy, while others are calling him out for his shady dealings.